Hello everyone, Attack Power here with an exciting 1v1 using one of the new Men of Steel divisions here in 17th Divisioona. Let's dive right in here to Tsel, and on the left in the red we have Captain Crunch playing CIL, Corpo Italiano Liberazione, on Balanced Income. And on the right in the blue we have Erwin Rommel playing 17th Divisioona, also on Balanced Income. So I have to assume there is some sort of choosing of divisions before, because otherwise both of them going to quick play and happening to land on Tsel with these sort of divisions seems extremely lucky, but I mean, more power to him. Really quick, red side here, CIL, really strong infantry division, always has been. Great recon, amazing infantry, Commandosi now of Commando too. Your tank tab is meh, but for this map it's great. Your support tab is definitely not that fabulous. Your AT tab lacking, but against 17th Divisioona, who cares? Your AA, definitely a big problem, and against 17th Divisioona, big problem. That's going to definitely be tough to work through. Your arty is okay, but it definitely will crumble to 17th. Your air tab generally really strong, not taking much here though. It's taking the bow fighters, which is kind of surprising considering what he's up against. So that's what kind of leads me to think maybe this isn't pre-planned. It just seems surprising that they happen to end up on this map with these two divisions. But on the other side, 17th Divisioona. If you want to see more building of this deck, go check out my video on it. This is, of course, not my deck. This is a Patreon sent me this video and was like, hey, this is a great game, and I haven't been able to get a good game with 17th Divisioona, so this seemed perfect for me. And he said it's a very exciting game. So we have two Takon Poya, of course. You really definitely don't want to miss out on those. Your infantry tab, pretty great with tons of 20-point infantry, almost all 20-point infantry, but not all. You have the new Sextieten, which is kind of like your longish range unit. You have Yakari, which I'm surprised to see in A, especially... I'm just surprised to see it in A. I think I personally put it in B because I want more of these. They're still very good at CQC, even though they don't have shock. And they have the new Sextieten. Wait, I need to read it. It's really close. Iskiri Rukma. A new satchel grenade throwing, tons of swomies. It should be a very good infantry unit that can tear up at CQC. Your tank tab comes with some Stug 3s, which is a really nice upgrade on Rukma, and you also get the T26s. Your support tab, pretty great actually with the BT42s, though on this map is probably going to be a bit lacking. I'm surprised it didn't bring more MGs because it kind of feels like it makes up for the lack of longer range infantry, but he's only got the one card. You do get the nice disheartened card with 8 of them though, which is really nice. Your AT tab is mostly Panzerschrecks. Here he's bringing some Latis, not surprising, along with 2 cards of Panzerschrecks, which is kind of very similar to how I built it. And then your AA tab is part AT with the Vickers. Your RD tab is, of course, phenomenal. Though I'm surprised to see him bring the big guns in B and not in C, because it's only 10 points more than the 150s. I don't know why he wouldn't just bring them in C. And finally, air tab, pretty great. You get some really strong options here. Less than Rukma, but still some pretty phenomenal options. A lot of AT planes, surprisingly. I feel like he could have handled the AT with what he's got in the other tab. But let's dive right in here. We have an early BF-109 recon and an early Obisha immediate RD call in here from CIL. So surprising to see that. Maybe he just doesn't think he'll get value out of it as the game goes on. I'm not 100% sure, but surprisingly, I just realized Erwin has no RD in A. He's not bringing that like 110 point high availability gun. So he won't really have anything to respond to this for quite a while. So we'll see how much value Captain Crunch can get out of it. He's really far back though. I feel like he really should have like deployed this somewhere up here where he could get a lot more value being closer. These Italian light guns definitely benefit from that. Spitfire in though, should be able to catch that BF-109 here. Yes, it definitely will. He'll lose that BF-109 recon. That's an expensive loss right off the bat. 65 points with the nerf to a lot of those recon planes. Although that one was already 65 points if I'm not mistaken. Lati hanging out here. This could be devastating. This could definitely be absolutely destructive. The super slow, annoying transports of CIL definitely coming to bite him in the butt here. Some combat down south, double machine gun getting in. Yeah, CIL, honestly, one of the main reasons I don't play this division is literally these transports. It's so painful having these 60-kilometer-an-hour transports. Let's see if we get any pickups here. He definitely should. The Lazzi should shred these things. Wow, they missed both shots. And now they're out of range? No. Okay, there we go. There's one. There's another one. Yeah, okay. I expected all 3 to be dead. I'm amazed even one got through. This Lati sneaking in there. Double MGs here. Maxim's overwhelming the Fuciliere Bren there. 2-inch mortar should be able to clean these up really easily if Captain Crunch was watching it. JU-87 in already. Not sure why. I don't even see a tank. So why would you... A, why would you buy this? And B, why would you then call it in to float around with this Spitfire? There's no AA, so it's not like he's trying to bait this Spitfire in. If he had AA here, I would 100% like understand maybe trying to make a bait play here, but really weird. But Erwin Rommel here capturing the hill. That stop of these infantry really destructive for Captain Crunch. As more come in, he's actually looking to push up north here. There's not much to stop him except for this Lati if he doesn't unload early. 2-inch mortar going to try its best, but it's totally missed. He just didn't notice that they were right here. Guastatori do not get into the forest in time. Get absolutely wrecked by the Iskarukma. Oh yeah, absolute destruction. I don't understand why he did this. The Ju-87 actually got a nice burst off on the Spitfire, but now should die to the flexibility of this. But no, he doesn't. Wow. If this thing shoots us down, I'm gonna like crap my pants. I'm gonna laugh so hard. Yeah, I'm not in any way sure of why he did this. He's gonna lose a Ju-87 for no freaking reason. Like there was no armor to kill. I mean, he's gonna die right now. There's absolutely no way it survives. Oh, then again, the Spitfire's out of ammo. Nope, it does kill it. Spitfires carry like no ammo. It's kind of annoying actually. So we do now see a BT using its technically long range. Obviously it's not long range, but like it's indirect fire. 2-inch mortar a little late. The machine gun already falling back. Guastatori coming in. Versus the Yakari, I would assume the Guastatori win. Do they have shock now? They do, so yeah, they should definitely win. That shock being a major factor here. Yakari not receiving that little trait. And while that doesn't mean they're like useless now, they're not the top of the pecking order like they were before. Yeah, we can see now the Guastatori slowly overwhelming these Yakari. Now, it is 2-star versus 1-star. That always is a big factor to not forget about. So you can see how less damage the Guastatori are taking, like, unit-wise. They still might have traded off if that other infantry wasn't there. Now we have a bunch of Stuarts coming in. The Obicha just kind of dropping fire down here. Not sure exactly what the goal is there. Sextieten versus the RDT here. RDT should win, I would think, even with their crappy Brens. They do get 2 of them, and it's a 2-star unit versus a 1-star unit. But the Sextieten holding up pretty well, honestly. Over here, though, the Bren absolutely chewing through that Sextieten. I can't abbreviate it because then it's just sex. Which I don't need the YouTube algorithm like having a cow. Lati overwhelmed. It looks like he lost the two of these Fuciliere Brens. So yeah, a little bit too aggressive. But now Captain Crunch capturing this whole northern area. Some reinforcements coming in. Arditi versus Sextieten again. We do see a Vekatin now in to scare off this Spitfire. He is cute. Oh no, it swung back around. Still going after that BF-1I. He's going to get on the back of it here. Yeah. Wow, okay, so both Recon ME-109s down. Will the Spitfire die in return? If Captain Crunch doesn't fall back, he will. Oh yeah, he's not paying attention. That's going to die. No, the Vekatin had to reload, but Captain Crunch still has not noticed. Down south, Captain Crunch making some good progress here. And down the Spitfire goes. Yeah, that was just a wasteful. That was a big mistake. Sextieten did lose. And Captain Crunch doing a good job of pressuring up north. Now, this is definitely a tale of quality over quantity. CIL, their infantry, a lot more expensive than 17th. So we have to keep that in mind. Like, every infantry unit that dies from Captain Crunch is almost 2 infantry units of Erwin Rommel's here. So, like, the trade, it's actually really tough. And it's the same with Rukma. It's really tough to trade well against Rukma and 17th because all their troops are just so flippin' cheap. Now, the leader does go down, which takes away a little bit of that leadership. Yakari obviously taking more damage, but not enough here. If they don't reload their Molotov in time, though, the Arditi will get some TNT off, and that will definitely win the day here. Yeah, it looks like they will. Well, and the Yakari are just moving. Look how much damage the Arditi did. Did they have shock, too? They do. I forgot they did. It doesn't increase their damage, but, man, they actually put out a lot of damage there. So Captain Crunch on the 1311 doing a nice job of turning his early kind of flubs around here. Stewart's, though, up against the Sturmy. Yeah, you don't want that. Okay, he's just chilling him here. BF what? What is Irwin Ramen doing? A BF-109 G6 is a horrible strafer. Like, it's a waste of time to strafe this thing. Stewart's going down in droves here. I'm not sure why you would call 4 Stewarts in and not pay attention to them. Feels like a main part of what you're doing. The thing is, the BF with the Spitfire down, you know, he's only got 2 more of those, first off. And that means now he's got to shift to relying on his absolute garbage AA to kind of hold things up. But luckily for Captain Crunch, Irwin Rommel has no bombers in A, so there won't be too much pressure here. This BF-19 being the most dangerous HE thing he's got, which is kind of embarrassing. Our DT re-engaging with the Sextieten. I'm shocked at how well these things are holding up. This is also a highlight of how bad the Bren is. And BF-109, despite not doing much, will help along, but the Sextieten now down to 1 man. Do finally fall back. So with this flag on the hill basically solidified, that does mean Captain Crunch is going to have to work hard on both flanks to pull this game out, which he is doing quite well at right now. Iskarukuma coming in for their CQC deadliness. How many infantry in A? Oh, there's not many infantry in A, actually. So I would bet you Captain Crunch is running out. There's only a minute left in A, but I'm betting he's running out of... That's why we're seeing a lot of leaders and AA and now a fighter again, flying right into the Veketen. Veketens are phenomenal. It's a 20 mil that's actually good. It's like a double 20 mil. Will the Spitfire get out? I don't know if it will. Nope, it won't. Wow. That's 2 Spitfires down. That's really rough. Because his Spitfires are honestly like his real AA, because his actual AA is to say the least. The Crusader AAs are okay. They're definitely a lot more serviceable than the 20 mils he currently has in A phase. So he did kill the he killed the Sturmy with the 6-pounder here. So a really nice kill there. Going to open up another flag for him right now. Our DD Sextiet and just missing each other. It's kind of hilarious. 20 mil tickling this BF-109. Hee, I'm shooting at you. Technically, the cannon here a little bit better because it does have AP, which honestly, for how horrible it is at actually shooting planes, maybe that's its true usage. You should be throwing it at tanks. Don't actually do that. Guasatori get caught out by the machine gun over here. So it does get pinned down. Grenades. Oh, no, there's no grenades in the Fucilieri. Oh my. Yeah, he has no chance against this blob. This blob of death. 100 mil artillery, I don't think it's done like anything. It's too far away, and you really need more of these to really start making a serious effect. Command para falling back. 2-inch mortar going to fall too far, most likely. It's taking a little too long to get firing. So yeah, down south, things falling apart. We're now in B phase, though. We do see the Crusader AA immediately out. No reinforcements down south, though. I don't think Captain Crunch has realized the danger he's in. Fucilieri Bren, though, showing off their quad Brens. Brens can be good if there are 4 of them in a squad. Then finally they start to not suck. This Lati is still alive sitting here on this reinforcement route. Now, we obviously don't see it. Oh, just kidding. We do see something coming. Oh, he's going to lose some Commandosi. That's going to... Ooh, that's going to hurt. These are not cheap. But remember, we are on a balanced mirror here, so neither player going to get any serious advantage at any point. Leader falling back, so he did notice, yeah, okay, there's some reinforcements. He obviously saw things going wrong down here to fall this back. BT-42 taking the 6-pounder and goes down. Wow, okay. This 6-pounder, I mean, the BT should have total advantage here with its range. He could have sat right here and pretty easily killed that. So I don't know if he just hasn't noticed the 6-pounder here, which is in an extremely exposed spot, by the way. Really should just be moved over here, and it could basically be in the same position with some actual, you know, cover. But here comes the DB3F. This is an IL-4, captured IL-4, so big bomb loadout here will absolutely eviscerate this 6-pounder. Crusader AA, okay, it is coming to the right position. This is way too far back. Should have it somewhere forward if he really wants the use of it. Bowfighter coming in for the T-26. Okay, seems a little bit overkill. Especially when you have a 6-pounder right here just kind of waiting. Down south, the leader easily being overwhelmed by this just mass of double Lati machine guns here. These are not great machine guns, but they're technically automatic rifles. But they're okay. I mean, they're serviceable. They're not the worst. They're not Brens, and they're not Brettas. Commandosi. Yeah. Okay, so the bombs came over here. Kind of weird. Maybe he thought this would fall back. Esplotori gets it off on... Oh, they takes the BT-42 down. Cheeky. Piat getting a nice kill there. Leader goes down, so a big miss micro there, because these could all be 3-star units. And these Commandosi would really be rocking, but he totally missed that micro there. This is a fun little move here from Erwin Rommel. Drives me nuts when people do this, because you know they're there. There's not a ton to do about it if you don't think your infantry can win. So Captain Crunch, though, getting the slow tick down. He brings in a commander, but he puts it so far back that it can't even help the leaders in the front. I'm not sure what Captain Crunch is doing. Maybe he's a noob. Maybe not. This is a dumb play. I'm just gonna put it bluntly. This is dumb. Like the commander has a 1,500 meter bonus range. So like 1,500 meters, any leader within 1,500 meters, you know, increases veterancy by 2 instead of 1. So if you're gonna call this in, which is a great call in, but put it somewhere it matters, it actually does something. Commandosi should be able to overwhelm these machine guns, but these Iskarukma going to be a big issue here. I'm not sure what he does against this. He catches them at long range, he can do okay, but he definitely needs to 2-on-1 them. Oh my god, Brens are so bad. Oh my god, and the Swomies are in range, so they're absolutely tearing them up. Oh my god. Oh my god, these are so good. Guastatori not in range of their flamer. Now they are. Oh, and the grenade gets off anyway. Oh, and there's no reinforcements. This is going to totally crumble. Erwin's going to capture that. Is he moving this up? Oh, thank God. What? Okay, this is a misclick, clearly. He meant to hit the artillery and clicked on the commander instead. That's extremely awkward. I mean, it's good because it might actually get in range of helping someone, but it's really bad if he doesn't notice it. Commandosi don't... Oh, these guys don't have a grenade. I forgot they don't. So they go down, absolutely wiped out down south here, and it looks like he's just giving that up. Yep. He's just giving that flag up, which probably means he'll lose this flag too. So currently 14-10 for Erwin Rommel. We're in B phase, though. Both players, you know, only 130 points a tick, which is, you know, an average amount of points, but it's not anything. You can't bring in the waves on that. Up north, though, Captain Crunch has definitely solidified his gains. We do see a Sherman coming in, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. Not going to be an easy kill here for 17th. 2 Shermans coming in. Both going to the same spot. Okay. I spread those out a little bit. So 17 pounder now in position to stop any reinforcements. Just kidding. It's moving. Okay, no, it's there now. BT coming to try to cut off, basically do the same thing in reverse. Sherman up north now as well. Is that commander still moving? He is. Okay. Again, I know it's not actually a good thing, but, you know, technically it kind of is. Because now these actually... What is this doing back here? I would assume pumping up the AA, but it's not actually even in range of pumping up the AA. So, yeah. Awkward. Sherman finding some free T-26s to kill, though. That's really nice. Fucilieri Bren should absolutely wipe out these Sextiets, and if he runs into them one at a time. If he fights all of them at once, yeah, that's pretty bad. Can't decide what to shoot at. Is going to get overwhelmed. And again, that's what I talked about. 20 points a squad, you get a lot more out than 35 points a squad for the Bren. Basically, a 2-on-1 advantage. Piat finding the T-26. No, the Piat pulling what Piats do. Ayah! And it does. The second shot does land. Sextiet, now that they're in the forest, to definitely win with their Swomies here. Although if the Sherman gets into support... oh, yeah, there it is. But they're fanatical, so they're not going to surrender. And that guy will get overwhelmed here. We do see some arty. Oh, no, it's the BT-42 again. Esplatori will have a chance to hit this. Will it land the lauded Piat shot? It does. It does. A nice kill there. Do you see some arty coming down on this mass of troops over here? Focke-Wulf in, takes out one of the Shermans. JU, 88, and DB3F coming in. This A is just too far back. It needs to get moved forward. Spitfire is going to hang around too long, most likely, and die to the Vekatan. A needs to be manually targeted on the weakened JU-88 to actually kill something. Spitfire is extremely maneuverable, though. I will give it that. It's like made of paper. It dies so easy. Oh, that's a bummer for Captain. Wait, might get a second chance? No. Ooh, and now he's going to fly back over the Vekatan. Oh, no, don't do it. Oh, no, he's going to fly over the Vekatan. Oh, it's pretty high. Might be out of range. JU-87 getting a big strike off on the Shermans. This is why you shouldn't bring two Shermans in the same place. But luckily there was some AA here that did prevent total destruction. Double Crusader coming in now. BT bringing down some arty on the 17-pounder. Commandosi pushing forward here. Commandosi over here as well. Not actually, I mean, they have Thompsons, which are definitely good CQC guns, but this is not a CQC unit by any stretch. But then again, neither is this Extiatin. Not sure who wins this. Looks like the Commandosi. Obviously, the Commandosi had much stronger health, but he was doing a lot more damage anyway, so I would think he would win, especially with the veterancy buff and the commando trait. If the Commandosi didn't win that, I would have a raised eyebrow on that one. So the BT-42 now is indirect fire. I don't actually think it's that great. It tends to be really inaccurate. It's got a super high firing arc, so it takes forever for it to like actually land. How high is that gun pointing then? Is it like hilariously high? Yeah, look at that. That's funny. Machine gun does get in and it's winning out against the Commandosi here in suppression, and the Commandosi will have to fall back. Or it'll just sit there and die slowly. Irwin now on a 14-10. We do see a Pack 40 in. Commandosi catching that out, though. Might be able to eliminate that before dying, although now there is a machine gun as well. Looks like both Shermans that were up here died. So Captain Crunch being pretty sloppy with his tanks. The commander still moving. Commandante still moving slowly. Did have his AA buff for a little bit. DB coming in. We do see some Crusader A way too far back again. If you're going to have to use junk AA like this, and Crusader A is not junk, but it's definitely not like super duper strong, you got to move it up. Like you got to have more time on target for it to be any use whatsoever. So things slowing down here as we reach C phase, and the grind truly begins now. Though Irwin seems to be in a pretty commanding position right now. Holding the hill. I mean, he's lost this northern area, which is definitely problematic for him. This flag he's holding, but barely. He's going to capture this one. 17-pounder still alive here. This will be just ran out of ammo. This one's just kind of been silent. Still no arty at a 17th. Kind of sad. Vickers coming in for double AA and AT duty. 6-pounder fighting a transport to pick on. Will it get that kill? It's technically a 57 mil. It's the same thing. Yep, there it goes. There's one. What was the other thing? Oh, a 17-pounder way back here. Pack 40 will get on that 57 mil, although it's almost out of HE. I doubt it will kill that. Lati gonna find some free kills again. Oh. The other ones are far enough away there. Literally, I know he doesn't know. Like, now he could know, though. Crusader AA. This one is finally far enough forward. He did notice his commandant continuing to walk forward, so he finally stopped that. The double Crusader AA might make this a win. Might be able to kill off this DB. He should. It looks like he should. There's a lot of AA over here. And although it's garbage, it does finally get that kill. So 1 DB down. He definitely needed that pretty desperately. 57 mil finding that pack, the Sturmy, excuse me. 17-pounder still waiting there, though. 6-pounder, it was 12 rounds a minute? Yeah. Doesn't feel like it's firing that fast, though. I don't know why. Commandosi do recapture this flag. 17-pounder still alive, but it is finally starting to weaken a bit. 100 mil going after this area. These two Guasatori, of course, have no chance of beating this. Like, a hilariously 0 chance. Looks like there is a commander over here as well. So we have dueling commanders. Oh, the beautiful triple starriness. I love it. I love the triple star. The Sturmy did not survive. So that 6-pounder, that 57 mil managed to get the kill. BT-42 finishes it off, though. Nice kill from that. Iskarukma get in. I'm surprised he's sending this Commandosi into the woods. I wouldn't want anything to do with the woods. Like, if I was playing this game as CIL, it's all about, like, managing the open spaces. Because your infantry definitely win those fights, but they don't win these inner forest fights. They really don't. Even the Lati is winning. It's like putting out a crap ton of damage to the Commandosi. Oh, man. Swobies are so good. Oh, so strong. Look at that. It did 3 damage. There are 2 Swomies. Oh, man. It's so frustrating. I know, obviously, there's a cover difference, but still. It's a commando unit versus an AT squad. And they're getting wrecked. Oh, man. Now, the thing is, the Commandosi, this Sexian is basically dead, and the leaders, there's not much to him, so he should be able to kill these off. 17-pounder does go down to the BTs, finally. 100 going after, I'm assuming this Vickers is the target, or it looks like this machine gun. Focke-Wulf DB coming in. Not sure what the Focke-Wulf was there for. And he does push in here. The Artie forces off the Arkadi and stuff. Oh, big booms on those infantry. Ouch. Does finally get some leadership, and he definitely needs that because his infantry are only going to win if they're like vetted to the moon. And he kills the leader of all things. That's huge. Now he's going to lose both these Guasatori. Too slow on his micro. Commandosi get in on the Kavadi here. Yep, should be able to win that pretty easily. So again, take out that Kavadi lead. Killing these leaders is pretty key. Because it's hard enough dealing with the spam of 17th, but dealing with it all on 3 stars is extremely challenging. Yeah, and it's already been flipped back here. The Arditi have no chance against these Yakari with their Molotov flames. Probably no chance against these Iskarukama either. Suppression slowly falling here, but now stops. Yakari don't get their Molotov off yet, so the grenade does get thrown. Yakari go down to that grenade. Commandosi spotting out the Vickers. Vickers is pretty fast firing, though. Might be able to win this out. Because the Bren is beyond awful. And now the BF-109 is going to get involved. Although there's a lot of AA here. Might kill it. Should kill that BF-109 off, I'd think. Does have some leadership on these Crusader AAs, and down the BF-109 goes. Sherman moving forward. At this range, the Sherman should beat the Vickers, actually. Oof. Down the Commandosi go. Esplator need to move into a better spot to see. Sherman, though, with all of its machine guns at this range, absolutely crushed that Vickers. Commandosi did successfully clear this woods out. Still 13-11 for Erwin Ramen, though. His ticket lead building. Sherman taking out this Vickers would be a big win here. There'd really be nothing else to stop him then. Sherman's finally spot the Latis, so this will finally go down. And now he can get reinforcements safely onto this hill. Of course, Erwin with 111 infantry versus the 83 of CIL, but CIL infantry are far more expensive, so you're definitely not calling in as many, and 17th is dirt cheap, so you're calling in way more. So I would think if you actually like balance it out, pretty even infantry tabs. JU-87 goes down to the AA there, so that's definitely a nice kill for him. Looks like both players content to chill down south. And we now see some big arty. The 203s have arrived. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey. More 100 mils coming in. I mean, they can overwhelm them. I mean, it can just be like pile it on. But one hit from these should kill an Obiche. Oh yeah, very easily. Sherman goes down to what? I have no idea, actually. Maybe there was a T-26 here or something. Picked up a side shot. Maybe the Sextieten was still here? I think the Sextieten must have still been here. Captain Crunch recapturing this flag down south. The 100 mil Obiches. Oh, and a big mistake here from Irwin, leaving his ammo right next to his 203s. That's a massive mistake, and he could lose his 203s because of it. Captain Crunch needs to get his other 100 mils firing here. They could definitely overwhelm these 203s, and especially with Irwin's massive mismanagement here of his ammo trucks. Wow, those are really high firing arcs. I don't know why Eugen decided in this patch to give a whole bunch of units a super high fire arc. Sextieten should be able to overwhelm the Commandosi, especially with them weakened. Fucilieri out of position. Sherman moving forward here. Definitely wants to get these infantry into probably these buildings here. Stop this from happening. Because then he's got to work through that. Sherman, though, might spot that at that closer range. All right, all the hundreds are now firing. The arty war has begun. Ooh. Oh, and there it is. There it is. Yep, that's why, folks. First off, don't leave him on your reinforcement road. Secondly, don't leave the ammo next to him. It's a quick way to lose your gigantic arty. And now all of a sudden these 100 mil Obiches are somehow beating these 203s. Focke-Wulf does get in, takes out the Sherman, one of the more reliable AT rocket planes in the game. Irwin's still on the 1311, capturing this flag down south. Reinforcements now pouring in the form of Maros. Not sure about that one, because then you can't fight at long range with them. DB and Ju-88 coming in. Arty almost takes out the ammo, but that actually saves him, because now it's not next to the 203 anymore. Bombers easily get through. Obviously, the A is pretty far back compared to his far push here. Bombing strike does not miss. The first one definitely did, but the second one did not. And the Arditi don't have an AT weapon anyway, so the Shermie should surrender this. If it spots it, it does not spot it, so it's just going to drive by. Remember, a unit can only surrender something if it sees it. 17-pounder spots the Shermie. Oh, what a position. This is just... I have a feeling this is definitely accidental, but like, wow. Gets a free kill on a Shermie. That's huge, because remember, 17th is not exactly flush with tanks, and now he's having infantry unloaded here from the counter battery, and this way you don't leave Arty next to your reinforcement road. One Obiche did go down, though. You can see again the power of that big gun. Maro's weirdly deployed back here. He could take this out and easily probably recapture this flag, although it'd be close. Our DT getting spotted by the Taka Empoya. That's going to be rough. We now see the 15-point infantry spam beginning. Our DT going down to that Taka Empoya. Oh, Sherman up against the Vekatan. If it turns, it should be fine. Side armor could have been dangerous, but it would appear we're having some... Looks like we're having some depression issues. Oh no, showing side armor. That's going to do it. What is the Vekatan? 35 millimeters of penetration? 30. And the Sherman is forced to fall back. Fogel will knock it through. The Crusader A is all moved up now. That is the correct move. They might even take this out. Maro's moving forward. Triple star Maros will put out some very severe damage and can successfully overwhelm these Yakari. Sherman 3 goes down to the Vekatan. Look at that thing go. Bowfighter coming in for what I have no idea. The transports? Okay. And this is why this was a... I mean, obviously, if this was a random map, then the Bowfighter makes sense, but just calling it in at all, it's very strange. Leader goes down. Commander better be careful here. He's in a dangerous spot. Currently 12-12. Ronald in a big lead, but he's called in, I think, 5, 10, 15, 20 of these Prikatilitin... Lenin? Oh my god. Prikatilenin? Yeah. Sorry, my Finnish speakers. I apologize for the butchering of your language. I'm doing my best. More 150s out. The 203's taking some damage as well. I mean, this is what you can do with 15-point infantry. Do they all lose to the Maros, though? That's the real question. I mean, they have 3 Suomis, so 3 versus 1, I think they'd win. Commandosi, though, easily overwhelming these ones out in the open, the 65 mil as well. So this batch of infantry getting absolutely crushed. Crusader AA versus BT-42. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, who wins this, but the Crusader AA has decided he doesn't want to find out. DB probably won't get through. There's a lot of AA here. Yep, and quad Crusader AA doing the job along with the 20 mil. Wolverine now coming in. DB's still going to get out. That's how myth this AA is. Beecha just continuing to crush infantry over here. Oh, and the Breda gun goes down. Crusader AA continue to just blast away. Is it even damaged? Yeah, it is. So he might kill this at some point. Not before he'll die, though. So BT-42 wins out. The Battle of HE is over. Guastatori Pera versus 4 of these. Not great. Maro does get into the woods, but gets overwhelmed. Future Chileri Ben coming in. This Maro also lost. I'm kind of surprised. Did he try? Oh, no, he pushed across. He didn't lose. He pushed across. But he will lose to the Iskarukma because this thing has a grenade. DB coming in for that Fucilieri Bren here. There's AA, but it's really far back. So the bombs go off. This will die. Guastatori Pera going to get just absolutely overwhelmed here. Ermal now on a 15-9. Keeping up the pressure. As quantity over quality begins to take effect. With 20 of these squads spammed immediately to the map. I think this Ju-88 might go down, but none of these Crusader A's have any veterancy now. A fresh batch of troops coming in. The Maros will lose to these grenade units. Unless they catch them out in the open. There's a lot of them. Machine gun literally hasn't done anything. It didn't even hit him. Oh, man. But Irwin currently on a 15-9, although pressure up north continues. May be losing this flag soon. Maro's just too much. There's just too much. Is that a crew killed? Is that what that said? Sherman's just getting wrecked by this Vekatan. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly. The Iskarukma are actually taking just a massive amount of damage because they're moving and the triple star Maros. So finally the Sherman gets on the hill. Oh, there's a Sturmy here too now. And the Vekatan somehow still survives. This thing is immortal. Indomitable. I'm surprised there's still a Shermy left. I feel like we've seen several die. 17-pounder now coming. Not sure what the goal of that is. A lot of support and tanks coming in. I'm not sure. Maybe he's running low on infantry. It seems unlikely. The Arty War has stopped for the moment with both players kind of chill. Now, the 100... Actually, most of the Obiches died, so I assume these are still on counter battery. The Italian light artillery unable to stand up to the big guns of the Finns. Our DT getting pinned down by the Maxim there. 65 mil, almost out of ammo. Maro coming in super aggressive, but the machine gun on this thing is so bad. They actually are able to get in within 150 meter range. They're out of cover, but they are still winning this fight, but now they're falling back into cover. And they're going to fall out of range. I don't agree with that choice of motion, although the Sherman is now here to save the day. Vekatan getting hit by the Wolverine finally gets overwhelmed. The Sturmy went down to the Wolverine. The Vekatan is finally forced off. He could use his Crusader AA as anti-infantry. They're extremely good at that. I don't know. CIL really building strong in the north here. Irwin definitely on the back foot up here. Enough to stop the Focke-Wulf. It might go down here. There's a lot of Crusaders. It is smoking. The Sherman is buffing these up, and down it goes. Alpini leader with its sniper going to do some damage here, and the Sherman now is there as well, along with the 47. Well, there's no other infantry other than this Morrow. Stewart is here to support the Guastatori as they try to get into this wood and recapture this flag. Nothing down south. 17-pounder here. Vekatin's going... Another Vekatin coming in, but it's going to die. 17-pounder going to do the job. Will it get this 75 mil as well? Oh, that'd be devastating. Oh, he is. He's definitely going to... Oh, Irwin making some big mistake here. Vickers gets unloaded, and the Vickers goes down. That's like 200 points a unit, just insta-dead. Why does he keep calling them up on the hill? Ju-87 going in for the Stuart, but doesn't see it. It's just flying there. Crusader A's are going to cut it off mid-flight. And now the Sherman's overwhelming any infantry on the woods here. Back to a 12-12. Is Captain turning this around? Is the Captain turning it around? I love your cereal, Captain Crunch. So things, yeah. Now the Guastatori are getting overwhelmed by the triple, like 9 Swomies going on here. But this one now forced off and surrendered. Another fresh Guastatori coming in though, and it will win this fight. Shermans cannot be stopped. Wolverine happens to have a 50 cal as well. 50 cals are the bomb diggity. Sherman engaging with these BTs should be able to win, I would think. Double BT though. Might be problematic. Here we go. Sherman should take out one here, though. So, yeah, one down. Second one should go down pretty soon. DB trying to get through. Looks like it will. Wow, that's a deep bombing strike. Will the Guastatori survive? Did he place the bombs correctly? Somewhat. I mean, it wasn't a bad bomb strike. It just didn't do enough. He's going to lose the DB for it. That's definitely not worth it. And now he's going to let these Vickers... Nope, he does unload it in time, but there's a lot of 50 cals here. And these AT weapons right up in the face of these Shermans really stand no chance. Oh, yeah. What about a Panzerschreck? Like, he's got, like, 10 of them. He's got 12 Panzerschrecks. Could use that instead. So, definitely not a great choice there by Irwin. He's getting very close, though. Only 5 minutes remaining here for... Captain Crunch, but Irwin also squandering his artillery resources. He has won the arty battle and he's not taking advantage of it. Now the Sherman did go down and the Wolverine, so he was actually able to clear off that armor. Lost all those AT guns for it though. Crusader A now popping up, killing the Taka and Poya. It's about time we see that happen. There's a Panzerschreck. I would say better late than never, but not really. His purpose is destroyed. Morrow getting into this woods here. It could definitely win this fight, but obviously he doesn't know that. I mean, Captain Crunch has got to start getting aggressive. We now see Sextietten coming in, which means he's probably burned through all his Prickatelane. And now the hill flag is captured. This Alpini stands no chance against this Iskarukma here in the woods. He's going to lose that. It was not a good play there. Ooh, Vickers gets the Crusader AA, so another Crusader AA down. He does not have infinite AA. If he does lose it all, I mean, a number of bombers have gone down, but there's still probably a few left at least. Guastatori Parada finally pushing back into this flag. It's now 15-9. Only a minute and a half left here for Captain Crunch. Morrow finding the Prickatelane and finally pushing through and getting those. Captain Crunch finally lighting a fire under his butt to get things moving here. Only 3 minutes left. Feels like Irwin has this one locked up. I'm sure you've seen the video length. Anything could still happen. So the Prickatelane finally down. Morrow moves forward, clears out one. Should be able to clear out the other, I would think. Yeah, it should be no chance here. This is my problem with these 15-point. I understand their loadout is the same, but they just perform so poorly. A is still really far back. Needs to be pushed, like, way up to here. And the Prickatelane forced off. Only a 13-11 now for Irwin. Another blob of infantry pushing in now. The machine gun successfully pinning down the Maros. Do we see any armor coming in? No. See it coming up north. Looks like he's out of Shermans, would be my guess. Lazis take out the Stuart. The Sextiette get back into this flag here. Nice little play there by Ern Rommel to keep the pressure on. Iskarukma, though, don't have any AT, so the Stuart should be able to do the job. It does. Sherman on the hill now. That's going to do a lot of damage to all these infantry. Fucilieri here getting caught up on the Vickers, but do find the Iskarukma here, but the Maros were forced off. All these infantry back in, but the Maros should easily win this first fight. If he fights them one at a time, he might actually come out winning in this one. These Maros are so strong. Although they will continue to get weak in each fight. Only a minute left here for Captain Crunch. Oh my god, he must have called in nothing for like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, he is. He's actually overwhelming each one of these. Oh my goodness, this one didn't even take any damage in this fight. Oh my god, did you just like not call infantry in for like the last 10 minutes? Stuarts overwhelm the Vickers, that's huge. Commandosi overwhelming with the help of the Sherman, the Sextiette here. Commander's still alive somehow. Flag captured, 12-12. Captain Crunch moments away from defeat. Oh my. Bombs hit the Maro, but the Prikatalainen already falling back. Oh my goodness, what an attack. If he had done this like 5 minutes ago, he'd probably be in a much better position. Captain Crunch now to 15-9. The flippening. We have the flippening. 14-10. Oh no. Are things falling apart here for Irwin? We haven't seen these things the whole game, and all of a sudden they appear in droves. Can the AA stop the DB? It cannot. Maro will probably die. 50 cals get involved. Maro does go down. Crusader AA pushing up now, finally. Fucilieri catching out the Prikatalainen, but they're going to get caught out by these here. Now a push up the center is coming. This flag is ripe for the taking. Back to a 12-12, though. Irwin clawing his way back into it. Focke-Wulf's now coming for all those Staghounds. Oh, no. The AA nowhere to be found. He's going to lose probably all of these. He's not spraying them out. He loses line of sight. Oh, no, he loses line of sight on them so they don't fire their rockets. Bowfighter coming in just to pin these infantry down. Because they will pin the infantry down. They just won't kill them. Let's see if they kill any. I don't really know if they will. Yeah, they really don't. They kill one. And that might have been the infantry shooting. Double Vickers in. Jeep goes down. Loses that 50 cal support. Staghound Blob over here now. Can the Staghound Blob stop the Vickers? Double Vickers, probably not, especially not Double Star. Yeah, nope, he's going to lose all these Staghounds. Irwin captures the 13-11. We have 15 seconds left. He needs a flag somewhere. Oh, no. Infantry pushing in. 10 seconds. It's so close. Oh, my goodness. And he don't. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my God, he found a flag. Where was it? Right here. There's nothing there. It was literally at 0. Now the Brennans the Fucilieri have to fold off the Sextiette, but the Sextiette are just pushing forward because they try to capture the flag for that 1 second. But Captain Crunch on a 13-11 now finds the Vickers on the hill. Has recaptured this flag. The Prikatalainen fallen out. This flag under pressure now too, though. Oh my goodness. Oh. 12-12, but this flag getting more and more captured, but maybe not. Maybe not. Sextiette go down. This one gets pinned. Still 12-12 because he captured this flag. More reinforcements pouring in. They can hold the ground. Had Breda machine guns. Ugh, they're terrible. So bad. Bren putting some... Fucilieri, Bren putting some pressure on the Sextiette. Wolverine coming around. Yep, he needs to pressure. This is an easy flag for Captain to capture. This commander's literally right here. It's so close. Oh my goodness. Did he save himself? Did he save himself? Jeep just driving through, throwing down the 50 cal pile fire there. Brigitalainen should be able to get their AT off. Just kidding, they'll just fire their normal gun, but with the extra cover, they easily take that out. Flag recapture. Captain Crunch now on a 13-11 as he pushes forward. These L3 35s do not have any HE of any sort, so nothing he can do with those. Artie finally back online, dropping it on the flag. Commander gets spotted out. He's going to lose that radio here very soon. Sexietin getting overwhelmed. Captain Crunch finally pushing forward here. Finds the Brigitalainen over here. The Morrow should be able to beat them one at a time, especially with him falling back here and moving. Wolverine finds the Iskarukma here. They don't have any AT. Bombers coming in. Commander under pressure. 15-9 now for Captain Crunch. Oh my goodness. Oh my. What a turnaround. And I think that Rommel might be out of stuff. Like, he just might be truly out of things. He's calling it a Lati and Panzerschrecks. Yeah, I think he may be out of things. Obviously, he has more artillery to call in, but he's not calling it. Captain on 15-9 now, a very definitive 15-9. A recon going into the woods, not the right place for it. Crusader A moving forward easily wipes out those infantry units. L335 should be able to kill this with its AP. Will it unload in time? It will not. Gets insta-killed. There is more infantry, so he's not out of stuff, but already coming down to counter battery this already. So Moro Beaches did show up all of a sudden. Recon unit does have some Berettas, so they are actually winning this. Beretta's moving forward, 16-8 now, as the world suddenly closes in here on Mr. Rommel. Okay. Oh, he brought Latis in B, not Panzerschrecks. That's kind of weird, actually. Yeah, and because his Artie's right next to his rig, unfortunately, he's losing. These units aren't dead, but they're essentially dead because they're not getting to the front line. Now, again, I don't know if they're playing a competitive game of some sort, but they don't appear to be playing with any sort of time limit. So this is just a fabulous turnaround on a quick play game here. Foggerwolf got 2 pinned, but Crusader A goes down to the Pack 40. That's a pretty big kill, actually. Maybe he can reopen it. He's got a lot of flags to capture, though, and he's way on the back foot now. BT goes down. Lati goes down. Yep. This is just reinforced blobbing here. Try to, like, get ground back. I think Captain Crunch has done it. What a game. What a game. Beckerton tearing through some infantry here. The Brennan's almost out of ammo. Crusader AA doing the work here again. Beckerton should get overwhelmed by all these infantry. Oh, but the Fucilieri Bren goes down. Can the Guastatorti put down enough fire? No, they decide to fall back. This flag inches away from the triple tick. Technically quadruple tick, but call it triple. What a game. 17th just couldn't make it all the way. I mean, he definitely did not utilize his Artie well enough. I mean, he had this here and it just sat there. That's a big factor of this. Both Finnish divisions is their Artie tab. Yeah. Definitely a tight one. CIL pulling it out. And once he got forced out of some forests, you could just see that they just don't. They don't hold up well at range. You got to be fighting in tight places for their Swomies to give you all that advantage and stuff that the Swomies give. Pack 40 does find the Wolverine here. So we'll get a freebie kill there. As Irwin was managed to stabilize this, but of course, everything else has crumbled. GG to both players here. Very exciting game. Quite a turnaround. 51 minutes, 55 seconds. 5,282, 4140. Captain Crunch out-training Irwin Rommel. Although if we actually look at the kill list, I'm sure, I'm sure if we actually look here, you see Irwin killed way less stuff but still had a higher like point kill because everything in 17th is just dirt cheap. So like you're killing so much stuff and it's just like the points do not reflect it. It's like, wait, I thought I killed more. And you did, just nothing was worth very many points. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Check out that Instagram and have a fantastic day.